Hey, I'm actually live. What do you know? Oh, what the hell is going on with my camera? Sorry, guys. Aha, there we are. Okay, I'm actually live. I'm actually 2 minutes fast. That's new, but it's good at the same time. Hi, guys. Welcome to Restore Belief with Nikki. I am Nikki. We're going to be talking to SSP again tonight. Just as soon as I can. Didn't expect. Let's see. Are we going to get Rembrandt lighting or are we going to get. Sorry, guys. When you move around a lot, this is what takes place. You get this going. Okay. Yes. Oh, hey, that's better. Okay. Anyhow, and I didn't promote this at all today. So we're gonna do that right now. Do a little bit of business. Okay, got that one and that one. Got the bangs done, but now I've got to go do the rest of the hair. Okay, off. Oh, while I am here doing all of this, hey, little Cameron, hey, Joe. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate it very much, in fact. What was I gonna say? I gotta find his correct information. But check out Brian Tseng. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Solar Bee. I gotta check. Whoops, hello. I'm not signing into nothing. Get off of my phone, you crazy. Oh my God. This silly thing. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna see if it'll allow me. Let's see. Full disclosure now with Brian Tseng. That is the Solar Bee. Yeah, full disclosure now with Brian Tseng, spelled with T. So it's Tseng, the Solar Bee. B is BEE. Anyway, check out his lives. He's got quite a few. Well, check him out on Facebook. There's not as many on YouTube as I thought there was. But anyway, really good information he's putting out. Anyway, give a look. Worth taking your time in doing that. Full disclosure now, he's doing, in July, he's doing a Paracon. I don't remember what he's calling it right now, but essentially it's ufology and a lot of different experiencers talking about a lot of different subjects. And they're really interesting people. So give a shout out. Take a look. If it's something that you're interested in. Oh, God, I did it again. God dang it. Anyway, so on to more memories. I've had, there we are, that's what I was after. I've had more memories of Secret Space Program. They're not a lot of memories, but enough to where I know that I went down in what I can only classify as a helicopter. It's not a helicopter. It's what I call the transport vehicle. Well, that's what it was called. Let's see if I can do this. There we are. Hello. Oh, I'm getting the look. He's like, yeah, don't touch me though. Goofball. So, for example, I was watching a TV show, just trying to come down. Completely trying to be okay with all the stuff that's been going on, right? Whether it's, sorry, I'm not used to something quite that bright. And come to find out, there was a helicopter that started going down, and I started having flashbacks of SSP and of our vehicle in flight being hit. I don't know what it was hit by. There's program names that I've got in my head that I'm not ready to say publicly. Though interesting that there was one program that was mentioned on the live broadcast that Brian did today. He was being interviewed by somebody. And it totally threw me because I know the program name. I mean, I recognized it. It really did a number on me. Mentally, I was like, holy crap. Okay, so the other thing is, I had a psychic tell me, because I made a comment on something, and I had a psychic tell me the last name. And I'm looking at my notes right now. After they told me that, and after I had, what did I do? Sorry, I've got too many things running through my head at the second. After I had my flashback, I had a memory. Hello to the folks who have come in. And I have an Agent Shepard, and the psychic told me Agent Preston. The person, one of the, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So I'm finding really fascinating things in a lot of this. The other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, besides that, is in my forewarnings that I want to let you guys know of. Trying to figure out how I'm going to say this. I'm going to put this up here so he can be seen, hopefully. I don't know. Anyway, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the thing of the government asshats. One of the ways that they accessed me after I had after somebody had tried to hypnotize me without my permission. As a certain retired agent, how do I say this? 4 days later, I had, here's the typical stuff that I've been talking about since pretty much day one. Carefully, but now I'm more so out because certain individuals are deceased now. But basically, 4 days later, I had what I call government asshats in my dreams. Now, I was having a lucid dream, a dream that I controlled. Okay. I was at a place that I was oddly happy at in the dream. And these individuals came walking up as if they were police officers. Now, that I've never described before. And I knew that they were not police officers, they were not authority, but I knew by how they walked, how they carried themselves, that they were military. Hello, you want me to play? Well, can you hand it to me? I'll throw it if you can hand it to me. I don't know if I can throw right now. I'm hurting awfully much tonight. But anyway, so my point being is that when you get government agents that are well adept in psychic, you've wedged yourself against the you're pushing against it. Okay, well, that means I've got to push this back over here so that, there we go. Anyway, that when you get government agents that are very adept in whatever, anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, at psychic warfare and psychic operatives that can do certain things, there is a literal psychic connection. And I'm making this very public right now because you can defend yourself. If you are in a dream, obviously you're sleeping and you're in a dream state, and you're not recognizing these individuals, test them. Number one, do not let them anywhere near you. Don't let them even remotely get 4 feet from you at all. During the course of a dream, they are in there via psychic connection. They are literally, this is one of the, and it's going to sound crazy and batshit balls out nuts, but there are people that can do this. And I found out the very hard way because of this situation. Why would they come back to me the following night and offer me a job for doing what I was able to do to protect myself? If I had said yes, I would have had a signed NDA. I would have been forced to sign an NDA, and I would have been in part of the government one of the psychic programs. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. So if I look away or I'm looking up or I'm trying to figure out how to verbalize this and to make it logical so that you guys understand it. Because experiencing it is one thing, describing it is a different ballgame altogether. Sorry, pup. Tapped you with my toes and I didn't mean to. So it's very, and now you're leaning against the toes. Okay. It's very convoluted and confusing. If I had not have already known that I was in a lucid dream, one that I was controlling, without even a forethought, I just automatically did it that night. And when they came walking in, they didn't know that I was lucid dreaming. All they knew was that I was in REM sleep. Excuse me. My point is that you can protect yourself. Get yourself out of the dream without them ever knowing it. Whether you've got to excuse yourself to the bathroom or and you're in a conversation, get the fuck out of there. I'm not joking. Get out of there and get yourself woken up and because they're still psychically connected to you. You'll still be able to hear them talking. You will, if you are conscious in any kind of level, you will be able to still feel their energy. They have a different kind of energy, because in the dream state, you do not have that kind of energy. Okay. So, I'll read that in just a second, Joe. That's a very good comment. Please keep it in there. So the point being is that they're in there via psychic connection, via a psychic tether cord. Okay. They're literally corded to you. It's not a soul cord. It's a different kind of connection. It's a different kind of mental psychic connection. And this kind of connection can kill. Okay. So, when I didn't realize that, I didn't know that. I mean, I knew the potential, but I had no idea until I was under attack. Because this kind of this is psychic warfare. This is hardcore psychic warfare. They're doing something extremely invasive. Excuse you. Speaking of invasive, hey, you. Hi, thank you. He's right behind the table, and he is leaning really hard up against my foot, specifically my toes. But anyway, this level, not just of, I was about to say level of audacity, but this level is a completely different level than I ever realized that the government was doing. Totally and utterly shocked the hell out of me. And what ended up taking place, and apparently my internet is slow again, so I apologize ahead of time. So apparently, when I pulled myself, I immediately woke up. I pulled myself out of the dream, stood up out of bed. I mean, I literally sat, and with a back injury, that's not so easy to do. Sat up straight, legs over the edge of the bed, went flying as fast as my fat little body and little legs could carry me into the living room, and did an energy burst. And I'm not saying how or exactly what I did. I just did an energy burst. And in doing so, is your cheek itchy so much? Crazy. Anyway, and in doing so, I ended up putting that kind of energy, because the main guy was the main one that was still connected to me. In doing so, I ended up, because I put every bit of my energy into it, I ended up taking him out. They came back to me. His men came back to me the following night and offered me a job, and did not realize that I had a telepathic connection to them. Okay? And I was able to see everything that they had been doing with other people. We're talking famous people, political people. We're talking presidents of countries. We're talking other military operatives in other countries. We're talking a lot of people. I mean, there was so much flashed into my head. I still can't grasp all of it. Can I name names? Probably. If I really hardcore sat down and went through every piece of stuff that I got from those men, yeah, I probably could. I haven't even bothered. I don't give two shits. I really don't. I only care. I'm sorry. I don't give two shits. I do care that they're doing this. That's number one. I do care that they've targeted me. That's number two. What the hell is with you in your cheek? It's not normal for you to be scratching your cheek so much. What the hell's going on? So just an FYI, this is hardball, okay? And you, as the individual, if you get targeted this way, you have the ability within you to pop yourself out of that dream immediately and do it in such a way that they would never know. Do it in such a way to where they're still connected to you, and do it in such a way to where he's right by the door.
I know.
Okay.
I'm always ready for
Yeah, I know. You gotta be.
I know, it's
yeah.
redundancy.
And I'm on live.
That's fine.
Okay. So just know that you have that ability within yourself because they're still psychically connected to you. You could yank on them, you can do whatever, but you are still psychically connected until they break that psychic tethered link. I just got a funny face. So yeah, just be aware of that. You need to know that you can protect yourself in that regards. So it's teasing each other. Anyway, the point is protect yourself. This stuff is real. These people can do this. They've been doing it from what I saw for many, many years, and it is absolutely not okay. It's extremely invasive, intrusive, all that, and privacy. There is no private. This is in your own head. These are in your dreams. They're doing this to people. It's insane. The fact that they're able to even pull this kind of bullshit behavior, wow. And to other country people in other countries, they wouldn't have a damn clue unless they're because of the way this is being done. Pay attention, people. This is no joke. I'm not some fruitcake out here yapping my brains out off over this. I'm telling you straight out. Watch your back. Be very careful in who you make contact with. I'm also saying you have the ability within you to protect yourself. You can do this. It is doable. Don't think it's not. That's something that I want everybody to make a realization over, is that you have the power within your own gut, within your own, and now you're going to shake your head, within your own gut, within your own body, within your own soul. Hey, hello. He's shaking his toy and hit everything sitting here. Anyway, and now we're playing with the toy. So you may hear that in the background. Anyway, my point being, take your power back. You have the ability to do it. You can do it. And you can do it really well, and probably a hell of a lot better than I did. I mean, I did it on an absolute instinct, no thought, no nothing. I just knew I was under attack and I needed to protect myself, and I did. And for them to come back and tell me and try to do the I call it the blame game, but they were trying to guilt me. I'm like, bullshit. And offering me a job to train them what I did, how I did it. Are you fucking kidding me? Why would I want to train you? The things that you're doing are unconscionable. Absolutely unconscionable. You're going in trying to access other people's memories by getting into their dream and pulling this shit. Stupid little towel. Sorry, just caught it. Just popped into my brain that it was still there. You have the ability to protect yourself. Do it. Protect yourself in whatever way that you can. Because this bullshit, you have you can do it. And if you're having issues with those kind of dreams where you know that these people are coming back and they're trying to hide their face, but the body is the same, they're trying to do, I want to call it a glamour, or a glimmer. That's not the right word. Anyway, they have the ability to project whatever they want to wear, however their face is. They have that ability. But there's also, if you're dealing with the military, there's also defined, pay attention to how people walk. Because how they walk in real life is typically, not always, typically how they're going to be walking in your dream. Pay attention to that. Take notice of these kinds of things. Those are the things that are important, because that will help you to determine a lot of information. All right. So that all said and done. Psychic tether link, lucid dreaming. I don't know the name of the program that they're doing it through or the company name, although I do know that starts with an R. It's a big company, gigantic global company, in fact. I know they're heavily involved. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about that I didn't last Saturday or whenever it was that I was last live. Okay, so I made a reference there, but where the hell's the other real reference? One thing that I remembered was that in my flashbacks from last week, not this week, but last week, I remembered that we have a base on Neptune. Oh, where the hell did I put you? Because I put notes with it. Whoopsie-doo. Sorry. Oh yeah, and certain Egyptian symbols are being used. And there was something going on with Jupiter. That was the other thing. That has nothing to do with SSP, though, from what I remember. That was a totally different ballgame. Why am I not finding? Anyway, Mars, Jupiter. Soul home. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. Okay, well, apparently I'm not. I keep finding all things about Jupiter, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. During the live last time, I had remembered. Before that, Neptune. I was talking about where I was rubbing my hand up against the. Well, if you didn't see last week, you're not going to know what the hell I'm talking about now. But I talked about the fact of. Oh, I never did look that up. Oh, that's fun. Apparently I need to look that up. I got a celebrity name and from the 1980s, and I've got to find out what the current status is, if they're alive or deceased or what, because I don't typically get a name unless they're about to kick it. A full first name and last name. So I'm like, oh, that was a few days ago. I need to, because the last time that happened, a very famous country singer passed, and About lost it over that one. Let's see. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I didn't expect this. Anyway, all I've got is Neptune, and then it's circled. And I'm not finding the notes that I need. Anyway, point is that during I was running my hand over the, I was on Mars. I was outside. I was running my hand, gloved hand, over the area that's part of the engine. It's not the engine itself, but it was part of the engine. And shortly thereafter, between the hand coming off and me taking like 2 steps forward, is when I remembered that we have a base on Neptune. The United States military, the United States government, however you want to classify that as, we have a base on Neptune. Quote unquote, our base on Neptune. That's how I remembered it. Somebody came in this ear. I had a helmet on. The information came in this ear, but it stayed in this ear. I don't know how to say it any other way. But basically that's what took place, was that I heard it on my right ear, but for whatever reason, it stayed in my left ear. So if I point at my ears, that's why, when it comes to that memory. Anyhow, what all that means, what all that implies, not a freaking clue right now because I don't remember. I do remember that it's quote unquote our base. It's nobody else's. And what I mean by no other government. Do I believe there are ETs there? Yes. Is it like the moon? No, because the moon is a multi-level. It's kind of like a way station. Everybody comes and goes from it. ETs, human, everybody comes and goes from it. It's a drop off and a bump point. It's not the right way to say it, but you get the idea. What else? One end of the galaxy to the other end of the galaxy, basically. But Neptune is our base. There's something, I want to say like crystals there. Hey, Amy. I want to say crystals there, but I don't think that's right. I have memories of like things of crystal that are not from my Atlantean lifetime memories. It's not from that at all. It's completely different. Atlantis had a lot of different, oh my God, Atlantis had a lot of different crystals on it. But there's some kind of something to do with really big crystalline structures inside one of the bases. And I'm kind of doing this almost like a wishy-washy type of thing because I'm trying to pinpoint where the exact memory is from. I know it's in a base, but I don't remember if it's Mars or Neptune. I think it's Neptune, but and I don't understand how. I just know, quote unquote, our base on Neptune. That's what I mean, that's really hard hitting in my head. But the crystalline structures, that always messes me up. So it's either Mars or it's Neptune. I don't believe it's Jupiter, but anyway, and I don't understand how certain ones can even have, that's a whole other subject. I don't quite understand. The human brain, for me, does not quite comprehend certain things regarding some of these planets and how there can be bases on them. Yet I've been on Mars. I've been inside the moon. I have distinct memories of them. Very distinct memories. Whoa. And there's some kind of specialized boot when you go into certain areas inside the moon. That's a flashback I just had. Because I literally just had a flashback of what I can only classify as a moon boot. At moon. How do I describe what I saw? Reminds me of a great big snow boot. Actually, what it really reminds me of is like the 1960s, when we had not the Mars rover. Good God, that's a completely different subject, Nikki. When NASA went to the moon, and the kind of moon boots, that's what I was referring to. But it's nicknamed a moon boot. That's the nickname of it. Anyway, I know I'm having a hard time with some of these memories. But anyway, so some of the other SSP memories. Joe. Oh, I was really hoping to get to that. Anyway, so boy, that totally messed me up. And I've done an awful lot of psychic work this past week, so it kind of doesn't surprise me. Did the Agent Shepard thing, did the other one. Okay. Description. Diamond Barrier Sentinel. Okay, did that already. Check out Project Oblivion. That's from a number of other people. Okay, somebody. I was half asleep at the time. Sorry, I'm trying to hold on to this. So look into the project name called Project Oblivion. Check it out. This quote is for somebody. I have no idea who, but is this last night? No, this was Tuesday night. Well, technically Tuesday night, yeah. Arabica beans. I'm assuming those are coffee beans. Somebody had a question about coffee, and apparently I got the freaking answer. I'm like, really? Really? All right, whatever. Moon base jump room. Yeah, I did that already. Landing bay, hangar bay, parking spots, transport vehicle. Oh, that's what I wanted to. So the transport vehicle, the memory that I had, the most current lovely little flashback, was Arabica beans or coffee. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. The memory. And I've had my vitamins and I've had my stuff and I'm still having problems thinking. God damn it. Sorry, guys. See, I needed to say it before I went in and read that's just not right. Fuck. It's not a full memory. That's why I'm having a hard time with it. It's a flashback. So the helicopter went down. It's not a helicopter, transport vehicle. It went down. And in the process of it going down, most of the men and women were saved, but not all of them were. I don't know what we were hit by. I want to say some kind of rocket, but it wasn't a rocket. I just don't know what to call it. There was some kind of suction when the back was hit, because it was the transport section that was hit. When it was hit, the door behind me closed, and the suction. It's actually one of the reasons why I've really figured out why I am so freaking sensitive to barometer pressure, and why, like, when I walk into a hospital, when I was walking into a hospital for my mom, or like, for example, this apartment, there's a vacuum. It's like a vacuum seal. And I'm very sensitive to it. So like at a hospital or a building that's got a central air conditioned heating type of situation going on in the building, large building, usually bigger than 2 or 3 stories. I'm extremely sensitive, like pressure sensitive, very, very pressure sensitive. And I think that comes from being on and off ET ships. I think it comes, they're playing. I think it comes from being on and off ET ships, on and off, because I know this physical body has on a number of occasions been on the moon, but I also know that I've been on the moon in my clone bodies. So now I can't honestly say that this physical body has been on the moon. I know that I've been on the moon in my clone bodies. I know that. I would swear by it. Stack of Bibles and hand up. I mean, I would swear by it. But going down, I mean, I when I started having this memory, I was hyperventilating. I started curling up in this chair. This large lady curling up in this chair. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Curling up in this chair, and I stopped breathing. Didn't realize that I had done it. The second I realized it, I'd forced myself with a bunch of air, and then I started hyperventilating. Because it triggered, and I can't call it a solid memory, because I can't get beyond the emotion. Anytime I start getting beyond the emotion to look into the memory. Oh, you snot. Go over there. Anyway, whenever I get into that memory, I start panicking. And I typically don't. There. I'll move this. You can have the couch. How's that? Yeah. You can have the couch. So I start panicking. The little kid in me just shuts down almost instantaneously, and I start with this hyperventilation and panic mode and syndrome, or whatever the hell you want to call it. And that only happens when I haven't worked through something really, really traumatic. Very, very traumatic, in fact. And so I have distinct body reactions, like muscle memory reactions. Different parts of me reacted, different body parts. So I knew that I was injured in some fashion or form, but I didn't let on about it. I don't know any more than that, but that's what my body's reacting to in one of it. Another part of the memory is that, well, I mean, we were under attack, and somehow on the ground, wherever the hell we were able to take cover. We were able to somehow take cover. I don't know how. The memories haven't called up, but yet I have this knowing all this information. It's like everything got super condensed down into a really tight-knit memory, and I'm trying to pull a string and open that up, and pull a string and open that. I don't know how else to classify it. It's just, and each string I pull, it's like, oh my God, that's a huge section of memory. Oh my God, and then I start to panic. So I'm working through this. I'm trying to get through this memory because I know people died in that crash. I don't know how many. I know that there was at least a 6-man team in the back. I don't have any idea any more than that. And those that died, I knew them really well. I mean, like, really well. They were part of inner circle, inner sanctum type of situation. Hello. Somebody's trying to access my computer. That's fun. Anyway, if they haven't already. Anyhow, it's very difficult going through these memories. It's important. And you need to know that if you are one of these people and you're going through flashbacks, know you're not alone. Please know you are not alone. There are those of us that are willing to talk. There are those of us who are willing to help. And it can feel awfully daunting. And if it weren't for the fact of the kind of counseling that I went through in the 90s, I wouldn't be dealing with this at all. It would be a completely different ballgame. I thank God for the people that I had in my life back then. And for the one that I had when I was in high school, because there were things going on that I was trying to deal with and not understand. I wasn't understanding it. Certain things. I don't know, a lot of things I knew, but there were a number of factors that I was... He's drinking water. You can hear it all the way in here. Anyhow, just know you're not alone. Know that you can get through this. It is really, really difficult at times. And when I pull this memory apart more and start working on it and start actually grieving, really grieving for those that I cared about who are, well, I know that, I know that they were clones. They were in their clone body. But there are occasions where some people are in their real physical body and not in a clone body. It's still difficult to know that you lost somebody because they feel it. Just because it's not their physical original body, they still feel it. You have every sensation, everything about you is still very much, I mean, you'll still... And the other thing is I talked about last week where I woke up with 9 rods in my legs and I was in a clone body. One of the things that I didn't talk about was that I realized this week, those rods, they're a specific kind of rod. It's ET energy. It's a specific kind. They do something specific. And I don't remember what. I just know that they're a specific kind of energy rod, each one. And why I remembered that, no idea. That's what I remember it being. Now, that's not what I remembered last week at all. I didn't know. And for whatever reason, so a lot of this is coming in piecemeal stuff. That's normal. When you do it naturally, that's normal. And sometimes, from what I've been told, those who are doing, what the hell is it called? Hypnosis regression, you can actually have memories come up. Hello. You can have actual memories come up from those that are participating in, hey Kai, those that are participating in, distracting me, and I can't focus. Anyway, it can be difficult sometimes. So just know that, take your time, work through it. You will get through it. If you need names, there are numerous different names there's not a lot, but there are a number of quality individuals who can help you through stuff. Who can maybe lead you to other people that can help you through it as well. So, I mean, in other ways can help you, whether to find a counselor who specializes, because that's very rare, really, really rare. Many of them won't even, they just won't, because it ruins their reputation and all this other stuff. So they do it after they're retired. They do a different kind of counseling after they're retired. So just know that they are out there. They're very few and far between. A lot of times they won't even take on new people because they're already overwhelmed. So just know that that's an option. Groups are an option, support groups, that kind of thing. But definitely look into Brian Tseng's, let me see if I can find it again. Full disclosure now. Yeah, hang on a minute. Full disclosure now with Brian Tseng, the Solar Bee. That's the YouTube channel. Anyway, there we go. So that's what I wanted. But check him out, whether on Facebook or on YouTube. There are other things. We were going to be talking also. What the hell was it? Oh, yeah. And since I got on, I don't need these other live streaming things, so I can actually get rid of them. Yay. Okay. Come on. Off. Over. Okay. Sorry, guys. Hang on a second. Okay, so not scientific. This is a paranormal discussion regarding dimensions, realms, portals, vortexes, all via humans opening doorways to them and traveling via astral. Next subject was lymphatic drainage and my personal experiences. I'm going to do that one first because the other one's longer and this can be done shortly. One of the things that I have done, there's a number of things that I have done for my body in order to deal with different things that I've been dealing with. But lymphatic drainage, there's a number of techniques. One is a form of tapping, and you start at the top of the head and you work your way down, down and behind the ears, down the neck, come up over here, and then down, and you start tapping. You do the armpits, tap under the arms, and then you tap, you got breasts, under the breasts, and down the stomach, and down the legs, the inner upper legs, but also you do a rub down the side of the leg from the hip down to the knee, and at the knee, just slightly. You do any Reiki, Nikki? No, I don't do Reiki. Matter of fact, our Keith Andrews told me not. There we go. Our Keith Andrews told me not to do Reiki, or to learn it, because I'm natural. I'm a natural healer, and those techniques would screw up my own abilities. And he's right. I've been told that before by other. I've been told that by other people a number of times, in fact. So it wasn't really a surprise to hear it. There we go. It wasn't really a surprise to hear it when I heard it. When I heard him tell me that. Oh, wrong. There we go. So, yeah. But you tap. It's about this far down the front of the knee. Go to the side of the knee, that far down. And then tap. And typically, you tap going side to side like this. But I have a tendency to do this kind of thing. And with the arms, the other one is right here. You cup, you cup the hand, and you do it like right here. And I kid you not, there have been a few times where it hasn't worked very well, but there have been a number of times where it's worked beautifully, and I don't have the horrible swelling in my legs like I do sometimes. So just an FYI, I want you to be aware that those are things. Lymphatic drainage is very important, because we can get stagnant lymphatic areas on different sections of the body, and you want to keep all of that blood flow going. You don't want any blockages. So that's one of the things that I'm staying consistent with. I've been consistent with every day, almost a week. And it's really making a significant difference for me, especially with my size, especially with any swelling or even allergies. It's actually helping with my allergies. So, and right now we've had a pretty good dose of allergy season. So for some, it's just beginning. For others, it's been going for about a month. So depending upon what part of the country you live in the United States. So take a look at it. The other one is look into homeopathics if you can. Do your own research. There's a bunch of things for sinuses and things like that. But regarding the lymphatic drainage, look into tapping and cupping of the hands when you're doing like this kind of thing. I'm learning that it really makes a significant difference. And certain vitamin supplementation, but do your own research into that kind of stuff. So, what else? So that stuff was short. The other thing, Jimmy and Robert's not in here. I was hoping I'm gonna have to have some of this because that is just not working. I was really hoping Robert would be in here. Okay, loud noise. I gotta actually break into the Coca-Cola. I'm having, and I don't like to drink this stuff anymore, but when you're having a few little issues, and it just happens to be one of those things that actually stops those issues. Anyway, ouch. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can send this over. Maybe he'll. Okay, so dimensions and portals. Where are you? Christopher, Andrew, Para. Okay. There we go. All right. So everybody got sent. Okay. I got to read it. Hang on. Here we go. All right. Discussion. Okay. Dimensions, realms, portals, vortexes, all via humans opening doorways to them and traveling via astral. Robert White is extremely good at opening portals. So are a few other people that I know. They're able to, it's basically from core energy, only that's not how I've heard everybody describe it as. But from what I've personally witnessed, it's core energy being used. Oh, that's better. And in that core energy, what ends up taking place is there's a link that happens, and I've known people to use it from the core. I've known people to use it from their hands. I know people that can do it from their third eye, and they literally just think it and are able to open it. Now, I know, I've got to be careful with this one. I know there are individuals that can, how do I say this? Maneuver energy in a specific way to where they are able to almost like it's almost ET level, where they can shift their energy. They can physically shift their energy and make it look like they are completely invisible. There are humans who can do that. It's very rare, but there are humans that can do that. ETs do this from birth. Certain groups, certain races, certain species of ET can do this from birth. I know this firsthand experience. Hybrids can do this. Many hybrids can do this from birth. And it's a real trip and a half. Some of those nursemaids, they've got their hands full, to say the least. But they're able to do it, so they're able to see the kids. So think about them apples, folks. It's kind of a big deal. So that is something to look into. That's something to think about. I was wondering when he was going to be bringing that stick in.
He's been trying to for a while. I just finally let him.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. So,
yes, you're the word. La.
Uh-huh.
Give me that stick.
He's like, no, it's mine.
You bite my hand, I'm gonna
be
unhappy with you.
Yeah, but look how you're playing with him. That might have something to do with it. Good thing they have more hands.
Does not justify him biting my hand. A dog biting someone's hand is never justified when he has a 1.5 feet worth of stick to play with.
Now that's the kid. That's the adult. Hey, Robert.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're my kid, but you're an adult. Hello. How's that? All right.
Enough,
all right. Better.
okay, bye.
Bye. Anyway, new subscriber. Oh, hello, 100 years from now. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. The site has been updated in the background. Oh, that's interesting. I wish I could not do that. Anyway, and I'm babbly as hell today. I really apologize. It's kind of me coming down from this week. There's been, like I said, there's been a lot that's gone on this week. Okay, so Robert, how do you do it from your core when you open a portal? Do you open it from your core? Do you open it from your hands? Do you open it from your third eye? Is it something you just think about and you're automatically able to do it? Is it something that you can only do in astral? There are folks that can only do it in astral. There are other people who do and can do it quite readily. And I got to be careful because there are certain things that I can actually do, and it gets a little freaky. So that was my question to you, Robert. I don't know if you're still here or not. Hope you are. But anyway, just take a gander. And yeah, I don't know if you're still here.
Hey.
Oh,
Go.
Good. You got him
Go.
sitting.
Go. No. Okay. Stay.
Anyhow, I was kind of hoping to have from lots of practice, hands and third eye. Yeah, Kai says maybe the third eye and the pineal gland together open the portal. Yeah, I mean, when Robert has taken me through a portal, we were in astral. And we went through 7. It actually started out as a portal, and it turned into what I can only classify as a vortex because I spun. My head was like, oh my God, I keep seeing spinning. I was like, oh my God. So, and we went multiple galaxies in astral, and it was really awesome. Now in astral, I can't get beyond a certain level because of the fact that when I go beyond, is it Mars? If I go beyond Mars, I think it's Mars. I have to actually look at a map of space and to be able to, or of the planets, to be able to tell you there's a certain planet I have never been able to go beyond in astral. And there's a fear factor there for me. And if you have fear factor in any of your astral stuff, you get yanked right straight back into your body. Any fear whatsoever. So you got to stay cool-headed, cool-minded, so to speak, because otherwise you just get yanked back. I feel like I'm forgetting something, and I cannot put my finger on exactly what the hell it is. Just know that with the lucid dreaming, and you get somebody coming in who it has made a psychic connection to you, only you don't recognize that it's a psychic connection. Just know that the second you are out of that dream and awake and up, if you can still feel them connected to you, they're still in the dream in your head. They've still connected to you psychically. You can protect yourself from that, folks. You can fully and totally and completely protect yourself from that. So on that note, just be aware of it. And I think that I knew that was coming. Yeah, squeaky, squeaky. On that note, I think that's pretty much it for the night. I was going to talk more about the memories of a little bit more of the memories of Mars. But the crash really, it's a process for me. And, just like I just heard. It is what it is. So you just have to work through it, and it's something that'll eventually take place, and I'll be able to talk more about it later on. But I wanted you guys to be aware of a number of things, a number of factors. One, the lymphatic system stuff, things that you can do to help yourself that does not necessarily mean, hey, Drew. One that does not mean that you need to do it via medical things. There are alternative things that you can do for yourself, and just be aware of that. Be aware of the hell is the name of it? Project Oblivion. Be aware of that. Check it out. Agent Preston, you and I are going to have words. Then it's going to be telepathic. It ain't going to be face-to-face. The bullshit of face-to-face. We're going to have it out. And the shepherd, the one that's named Shepherd, yeah, you and I are also going to. So, because I'm done with this bullshit behavior. Way past done. Check into what round tree is. Okay. And what projects they do. Okay. Okay, we did that already. Moon Base, Ridge Runner, Salamander ET, that was last week. Okay. Detention Center on Mars, Reptilian ET, not so nice. Slingshot, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got right now. I've got to take a look at... Oh, there's a bunch of things I haven't... There's a bunch of things that I've got to deal with. Okay, so... Next week... Next week? Oh, be April, May, be May 1st. Oh, that'll be an interesting day. May 1st is a day... Wow, I literally just heard May 1st will be a day that will live in infamy. Holy shit. That's a direct quote from the other side. A day that will live in infamy. Wow. Holy shit. Well, we will see if what I predicted takes place. And what I predicted is if it can be stopped or not. It will be an ASS attempt. ASS period attempt. So, wow. And I've already given information to certain people about it. So we will see if it's able to be prevented or not. There's a lot taking place. And excuse me, I got that it was going to happen this year. I wasn't sure at the beginning when I first got the information, but then I was very sure. Now I'm like, it was this year, and now I'm like wondering, wow, okay. I'm wondering if it's next year or the following year, because there are certain things that I have seen for 2025, or not 2025, 2027. So apparently the ASS period attempt, just trying to figure out how to say that without saying it. Apparently it stopped. So depending upon who you talk to, that's going to be a good thing or that's going to be a bad thing, depending upon which public you talk, which Joe Q public you talk to on that subject. So just be aware of that. So we'll find out what takes place. I know this. That person is unalived while they are in custody. And I also know that while in custody, the shot, there's only very few individuals that can make a long distance shot from that distance. There's not many people that can do it. So they need to be looking into that. And when you're talking about an exploding melon, that's what her head did. So, and who I'm talking about is part of the perpetrator. Well, it's not the individual, the other individual. So, yeah, if they want answers, if the government wants answers, they need to, oh, and there goes the slow internet again. If the government wants answers, they need to protect who they arrest. Good question, Kai. Kai just said, what's the distance of the shot? Hang on a second. I gotta look at the vision that I was shown. So from here, it's basically many buildings away. The building is this female that is arrested. She's coming out, she's between two buildings. She's on a set of stairs. She's walking down the stairs, and I can see they look like cement stairs. I don't know what state this is in, but I can describe the build. So the buildings are in front of her. There's a glass building that is, the glass almost looks black, but it's reflective. The building behind her is similar. And you're talking skyscrapers, okay? You're talking things that are more than 20 stories high. Way more than 20 stories high. These two buildings here. So she's standing here. She's being escorted down by, how do I say this? By authority. That's how I say that. Because if I say any more than that, then it gives everything away. And that's, I already said this wasn't for public consumption. But I am going to say this because they need to put her in like a protective bubble. And when I say that, if they want answers, they need to get their answers before they ever leave this effing building. And I mean every one of their answers from her. Otherwise, by the time she walks out, by the time she's like on the third, she's either on the third stair, or she's just taken a step off the bottom stair onto the side, what we would classify as a sidewalk. Oh, the sidewalk isn't a normal sidewalk. The sidewalk is it's not, I want to say corrugated cement. That's not what I mean. It's not aggregated cement. It's white. It's smooth. It's like whitish gray, but it's more white than gray, and it's smooth. I mean, it's just like it's like somebody took a cement trowel and made it. I mean, it's just smooth. And they're large rectangular square shapes. They are not how a regular city sidewalk would look. That's right out in front of the building, the whole section in front of the building. And the building takes up, that building takes up a little bit more than half a block. Way out the side entrance or no, this is the front entrance. This is a full length block, city block. So it takes up half, maybe three, well, okay, half. I can definitely say it takes up half the city street. I really want to say it takes up more than that, but it doesn't, because there's a white section of sun that's coming through. Let's see. So she's just come down. She's either on this third stair when it happens, or she's gotten just to the, because she's standing still, but I still feel movement from her. So that's why I'm kind of wishy-washy on that. But when she takes the final step, that's when it just goes through. And okay, so you got the glass in front, glass behind, but she's coming down a set of stairs. The whistle is off to the left of her, the whistle of the bullet. Now, I shouldn't be able to hear a bullet, but I do. And the bullet is from, I turn and I look, 3 buildings away. 1, 2. It's either the second building or the third building away. It's a 1, because there's a okay, so here's her building. They're in front of her building. There's a thing of sun coming through, so there's a street at the other end of the other building. The other building goes the full length of the street. There's sun coming through that street area. So this building is maybe 25 stories, 30 stories. Yeah, about 30 stories tall. I had to think about this. And guys, anybody who knows me and knows me well knows that I know my dimensions and my tape measure, my distance, all of that. People know that I'm usually very good at it. So I'm going to say 30 stories, 25 to 30 stories tall. Building next to it on the same street, other side of the street, is shorter. That building is much shorter. So there's sun that comes through. There's a building that's kind of a gray building. And then beyond that, yeah, so it is. So we have building 1, building 2, building 3. So it's the third building. And it's beige in color. It's beige and there's a building in downtown Seattle that reminds me of it. It's like from it looks like it was built in buildings like that are usually from the 1940s, 1950s, 1950s. Because in the 1960s, they look very, very new. This building it's not dilapidated by any stretch. And it's, look up, It's about as tall as this building across the street. So it's about 20 to 30 stories tall. And this person, I cannot see the person. I know it's a man. I know they've got a rifle. It's a very specific kind of rifle, and I can't describe it, but there's a scope on it that I can describe. And, I never thought to look for that. I just thought, I should probably look because I could probably tell you what kind of scope it is. I can't see the guy's face. There's some kind of black hat, baseball cap. I can't. It's like he's got he's got a baseball cap backwards. He was wearing it down, and then when he goes to take the shot, he flips it around. See, I never went into that before in the other information. He's got dark hair, but it's not long. It's like maybe like right to here, like right around the nape of the neck, but like right to here. I can't tell if it's short because it's pulled up and the cap is done a certain way, but I can see the hair at the back. It's like dark brown. But I get little, because of the sun, there's like little glints of in the sunlight, there's like little glints of blonde to it. It's not blonde hair. It's definitely blonde and like tiny, tiny bits of red, but I see mostly blonde highlights, but it's totally because of the sun on brown hair. And I kid you not, there are not many people. And the only reason I know, well, I can't say why I know that, but just that's what I see. I can't determine how tall this person is. He's svelte. And what I mean by svelte is he's fit. This guy is fit. I'm not picking up military, but it's real possible. Like real possible. I think he's in his 40s. But that's like how the energy feels. Like late 30s, early 40s. I could be really like, okay, 42. I just got the number 42. Anyway, wow, I haven't done that in a long time. Gone into that much of a, but her on the other hand, yeah, I've given all the information regarding her. Holy shit. But yeah, this, and Caucasian, this guy, well, okay, what I could see of him, possibly Caucasian, possibly Latino. He's Caucasian, but he's like really tanned, but it's not tanned, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so that's the information. Holy shit. I haven't done that in a long time. Gone into a psychic vision and like really fine detailed stuff out of it. Anyway, guys, so if government was listening, and they always fucking do, there's the rest of your information live via Memorex. Haha. No, not by Memorex. Anyway, wow. That was a really good question, Kai. That was a really good question. Thank you for it. Keep getting the name Johnathan now. Okay. I have no idea if that's actually the name or not, but we'll see. Kai, so possibly 400 meters away, daytime attempt, headshot, northeast city location, shooter is a pro. Yeah, shooter's a pro. This person is highly paid, extremely pro. I mean, you're talking You're talking. I mean, it's a big deal. So anyway, on that note, hour and a half in, I'm done. I don't got anything else. Kai, that was an excellent question. Thank you for asking. It's like you remote viewed, Nikki. No, actually, what I did is I went into the psychic vision that I received and did a full went beyond. Let's put it that way. I went beyond the full psychic vision, and that's the thing. If we receive psychic visions, you can actually do that. You just have to know that you can do it. A matter of fact, I should probably draw this out now that I'm thinking about all of this, because I can pinpoint where this person is at on the building. I don't know what's on the building other than I see him, I see the tripod, I see the setup, but I don't understand the weapon. The weapon doesn't make sense to me. The scope, actually, I'm gonna have to look for scopes because I can't. This is real specific. I've never seen anything like this. So and he quote unquote, he polices his brass, which is interesting. Anyway, that's it, folks. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That's all, folks. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad you said that though, Kai. Even though you removed the thing that you posted. It is like remote viewing, but it's not at the same time. You just have to know that if you receive a psychic vision or even a psychic download, you can look further into it. It doesn't always work like that, but because this is such a high profile situation, it's like I can't say what it's like. Anyway, it's time to go. I need to go. I need to eat. I need to get vitamins down. More vitamins. My dinner vitamins, I should say. And at least my eyes are blue today. They were green yesterday, like hardcore emerald green, and they only get that way unless there's something really wrong, and boy was there. So which is why I did today instead. So anyhow, I hope you, and I'm babbling like crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good evening and a very good fun weekend. Take very good care, guys and gals. Be good to yourself. Remember, lymphatic drainage is your friend. Find different things to help you move stagnant energy out of your body. That might be something that is useful. Also, find different binaural beats. That is also helpful and useful. Sometimes it doesn't work for everybody because they haven't found the right thing. So just know that one too. Anyway, I'm going to add a couple of shows, not in the description box, but I'm going to create a new file folder for someone and start putting stuff that they've been doing in it. So keep a lookout. I will have a couple of new file folders eventually hopefully by the mid next week. It'll get taken care of because I've got an awful lot to deal with right now. So anyway, take very good care, guys. Bye. Okay. Fingers on the button. There we go. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend. Okay, there we go.